Here I am at the most easterly point in the UK, Lowestoft, walking to Hopton. 650 miles I have travelled to reach this here sea. All the way from the west. I've seen such things. I felt such things. I've walked into and out of the inner world. When I walked into it, I was married. I had a house. I had a job. Walked out of it, passed through the inner world, and I now have no husband, no job, no house. And yet, I feel richer than I've ever felt in my whole entire life. I am free. I've walked with Buzzard, I spy with my eagle eye a pilgrim down there. Oh, happy breed of men, little world set in its own bloody sea, that serves it in the office of a moat or as a castle defensive like a house against the attack of less happier people. You think that you're so safe in your little wrapped up worlds, and yet it's all a delusion. I see with my eagle eye the rains and the winds and the changes of the seasons, and I see how your petty ways are changing this world for good. You think you are free down there in your pits of despair, but really you're entitled, arrogant, self-centered, dangerous predators. And I know. I know what it's like to have a thirst for blood and see everything and everyone as your prey. But I do not take too much. I do not take everything. I've just spotted a vole. I have walked with hawthorn. My zhuzhy skirt, my sexy summer flamenco, my red berries. Oh, I am in my mother coat. I am in my mother coat, and I am sharing my voluptuous berry love with anyone who wants to savour my heart-warming, blood-nourishing goodness. I am the queen of boundaries. I am the gatekeeper to fairyland. In spring, when I'm a virgin, and I'm a virgin every spring. My blossoms, they look like virgin cunts, and they smell of dead flesh. But now, Now it is the end of summer, the beginning of autumn, and I am dressed in my finest flamenco rah-rah skirts of deep green and blood red. I have been watching this wayfarer as she has been passing me by, plucking my berries, sucking on them, sucking off the flesh and spitting them out. I have seen how her boundaries have thickened, and I have nourished her with heart love, for she will need it in the coming months as she untangles her life from a long-term marriage that she now must extract herself from. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty, but it is necessary. So I will help her. She has honoured me. She respects me. She knows my name. She has befriended me. So I will support her during this difficult and turbulent time. I have played the part of a pilgrim for 7 weeks. It has been a play. I'm playing the part of an archetype. People know who I am. They recognise me as something that has walked in from their inner world. If you're vulnerable, people share their vulnerability with you. I've been shown nothing but kindness and generosity and love. And at every house, I have found the threads of grief, how they weave together into one great fabric. I've heard such sorrows, tragedies, deaths, broken loves, suicides. There is much to be sad about. And what is happening in the world, this beautiful, beautiful world, how we are treating it. There is much to be sad about. But I come with a story of hope. And that hope is that we can always begin again. At any point, we are all one. And in the heart of every person, there is someone who wants to be loved and has the capacity for great love themselves. I've been shown nothing but love on my journey. And I don't know where or how I'm going to live from now on. But one thing I know for sure, the universe has got me. St. Michael has his hand on my back, whispering in my ear, "You've got this." And Mary is at my front with her hand on my heart, whispering in my other ear, "I've got you." The masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. I have walked through the autumn equinox, through Libra season, balancing of the scales. This is my Hollywood. I always dreamed of Hollywood, you see. But here I am at 42, the meaning of life. And I'm basically a tramp. That this is the best Hollywood ever. And the teachings of Holly is reflection and protection, but not overprotection, only what's necessary. Holly, the Holly King, is now our ruler for the winter months. I beat the Oak King. Every year I beat the Oak King. Winter is the time of death, and death is the time of renewal. and rebirth. We all need to sink into the dark depths. Face your dark twin. St. Michael, with his big angel wings and his flashing sword, it's all very well and good. But beneath his feet is the wriggling dragon. The dark depths. The ugly bits that you try to hide. They all reside in my realm in the winter months. I stand before our pilgrim as she looks into the reflection on my leaves and sees within the spiky, twisting, turning, mirrored reflections that she is a heartbreaker, selfish and self-centered human being. Someone who lets people down, judges people, you can't just be great all the time. And she now has to go and face her husband, who is not happy with her. So I'm nearly in Hopton, on my own on this deserted beach. I will pass through the Mary line and the Michael line, who have become my friends, and then I will return to Brighton and face the music of my tattered life. But then I will be free. And I just have to trust the universe that it knows what it's doing. I've walked in service of this land, and I walk out of one life and into another. I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da.